So today's video is going to be slightly different than the last few episodes. I do have some footage that I'll put in here of what's been happening, and we'll talk about what's been going on with the building, but I wasn't able to follow along quite as closely directly with what Paul was building, just because I'm back into all my lawn renovations that are going on right now, and so I've had to work on that part. But the nice thing is that I've still been out here and able to kind of help make some decisions in the moment and all that stuff, as you've seen in the last few episodes. But Kelsey has not been out here really in quite some time, and so I keep forgetting, oh, you haven't seen that. Oh, you haven't seen that. And I don't even remember what you guys have seen. I don't remember exactly where we left off, but I think it was not even most of the exterior metal was on yet. So it's going to be a lot of updates as we go up there, a lot of things Kelsey hasn't seen, and then we'll probably sit down on the porch again and finish out the video talking about some of the things that we're dealing with right now and getting close to starting the interior. But let's go take a look.
The first major update in the build process today is the concrete was poured inside the building. By the time I arrived that morning, the crew was already hard at work. They're using a remote-controlled pump truck to move the concrete exactly where it needs to go inside the building. Technology always amazes me, and this truck is just another piece of specialized equipment that was fascinating to see in person. The crew worked efficiently, and within a matter of hours, we had a floor. A few days after concrete, work began on our septic system. Lines were dug in, the septic tank was placed, and the laterals were also installed in the open areas south of the building. Once that work was completed and passed inspection, even more ground was dug up to install water lines from our rural water source for the house and from our wells so that I can use that for irrigation purposes. With how much work it's been to install all of these water lines, we're happy we stuck with the building being 950 feet from the road instead of the thousands in the original location where we wanted to build. While all that work was going on, spray foam was started on the interior, where we're doing 3 inches of closed cell on the walls. And that brings us to today.
It's been so long since we've actually had a rainstorm that I've forgotten how muddy it gets out here, and we actually had to put on our mud boots today, but I haven't checked the rain gauge yet. I'm about to do that. And we had all of this work done on the water lines and all that stuff, so there's a lot of soil that's been exposed down here where we had wood chips, and that's created quite a nice muddy mess down here too. I did my best to spread out the wood chips again before that all happened, because I knew there was a possibility of some storms coming in, but we're gonna need some more to put on top of this mud, and should be fun. Alright, probably stop on the cement.
Yeah.
Or
The
like
gravel.
cement.
So there's no spray foam on the bottom 8 feet or so.
I don't think he's done. Looks like he didn't finish.
Oh.
But he didn't have to get it all done in one weekend,
right. No,
because...
because he's coming back to
Yeah.
do, yeah.
So where were we at on the exterior the last time you were here?
The stone was not quite finished, or they were finishing the stone, and then, because I was out here one time last, like a week and a half ago or so, and I think they were finishing the roof of the porch, so I haven't seen the white trim around the porch.
Okay.
So that's new. I like that a lot.
And
the roof looks really nice. I really like that you can, because you know, I love the color scheme that we picked, and you can't see the roof. So I like the fact that it gets pulled down onto the porch so you can really see it all come together.
the stone was or was not done then?
Was not done.
Okay. Okay.
Certainly didn't have any Romex coming out of the outlet boxes.
Yeah.
The
mower is a
Kubota on the porch.
nice addition. So let's go see what looks different in the inside. So Kelsey has not been here for any of the concrete.
No, this will be the first time seeing the concrete.
Yep.
I guess he's got plastic down everywhere, so maybe I don't have to change my shoes. Looks really different.
He was here this weekend doing all this spray foam, but it's a big space to try to get done, so looks like he got pretty close. Yeah, because we just have...
Wow. Oh, not where they have to finish the metal.
Correct. The lower part was done on the lower part has the backing for the stone, so he could do that. The thing that's also kind of interesting is that even with these windows covered, I mean,
It's a lot of light.
there's still a lot of light in here in this section, which, yeah.
I definitely see the draw to having a vaulted ceiling.
Yeah.
Functionally, it wouldn't have been for us in this space. We would have lost so much square footage to do that.
Yeah. Parked my first item in here because our four-wheeler has been sitting in our garage, and was like, we need to start packing and doing things, so that's fine. It's sitting right out in the middle. One of the things I like right here, which you're not going to be able to see on the camera just because of the exposure, but I'll walk over here. I like this view right out the garage when you look out the door here. On a wide angle lens, it doesn't show quite as well. Those trees are a lot closer than they appear, but they're starting to just get some yellow in there every once in a while, so sad times that the trees will be bare here in not too long, but that's how it goes. So this spot over here was meant to be our drainage ditch, so it is doing what it's supposed to do, but long term here, I'm not sure exactly when this is going to happen or not, but we're going to put a tile in, and that way whatever comes off this hill will come into that tile, and it has a slope to it. Our excavation guys made sure that it's going to run the way that it's supposed to, but remember that we removed all of our topsoil out of here, so this is down to more of the clay, and clay holds water, so it is
Right.
it is our small pond right now. So this is the area where that all slopes down, and that's the fence line, and then there's more of a slope after that, and that all runs down to that little drainage.
So right out the back door here is where I want to be able to bring the dogs for a safe enclosure. I plan to have, we haven't quite figured out exactly what yet, but some kind of enclosure so that I have no surprises in the middle of the night when our dogs need to get up and go out. But I think, I mean, this is a good test of what the water will do on this side. I do think it's sloped nicely off the building, and they'll fix that even more when they come back in to do the final grading.
Because if you think about it right now, we do not have gutters on here.
Right.
And that actually is not bad for not having gutters on.
Which we will fix. That's coming in a near future step as well. So we'll start talking about gutters this coming week.
Yep.
But I'm actually quite pleased with this area right here, because it'll be just right up outside of this door that I want to put something for them. And I think this will work. One, this is an opportunity, like I said, for me to bring them out here somewhere safe in the middle of the night, or really any time where you don't have to worry about coming into contact with something. But then when we're hanging out in the shop, you know, to give them free rein to come outside sun themselves, whatever they want to do with this door open. I'd like to be able to do that, but I don't intend on just letting them out here by themselves, so.
Yeah. Then we got all of this water line / septic work that's being done, so you can see that's all pretty much destroyed.
So Ryan, how do you feel about that, knowing that that is your front lawn?
Needs some work. So we are at the point now where obviously we're getting close to having the whole exterior finished, and this part right here, we moved to the other side of the porch just because of the wind today. But we just have around the windows to finish as far as the metal goes, and then everything out here will be done. And then also we are just waiting, I think it's going to be this upcoming week, to have the rest of, we don't really know what to call it because it's not really a driveway, although I guess it's always been weird that you park on a driveway and drive on a parkway, as they say. But
you're getting cheesier and cheesier with your jokes.
Hey, I'm not a dad, but it doesn't mean I can't use them.
You will have some dad jokes.
But we are going to, whatever we're going to call it, parking area. We are doing a 25 by 56, so it'll be the length of the garage shop area, and then that will extend here where we're sitting on the porch. This will be the whole thing. It'll be 9 feet out, so it'll be just past these posts that you see here as far as where the concrete finish will be, and that will match up with that parking area so that we will have a whole nice finished section here. And then that's pretty much, I think, the exterior except for the gutters, and that this week.
And the ceiling on the porch.
Yeah, they are coming out to look at our gutter situation and figure that out.
Yeah.
So then we move to the inside.
Right. Which spray foam is being worked on. He really got a lot done this weekend, and the next step then will be building the wall that's going to go between the shop and the house, and then he'll have to come back and he'll have to spray foam that side and then finish what's left. So after that wall is in, we have two things going on. We have the interior of the shop, which will be the metal and everything going on there, and then we start framing on the inside of the house. So some really big things happening as far as actually being able to stand in our spaces. You know, Ryan and I are really trying to stay ahead of things as far as finishes, you know, cabinets, and what do we do with spacing and design, and what things do we need to start looking at buying and have available. But it's really hard because all we look at is our build set on our phones, and we're like, well, it looks like this section here might be about 9 feet or might be about 4 feet. So it'll be nice to actually stand in those spaces and get a feel for what they're going to look and how look like and how they're going to function.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and once we have those things, for me it'll be better, as we've talked about before, when I can stand there and say, I think this works here or it doesn't, or I want to maybe adjust something slightly in my studio area or whatever, because we're trying to make some decisions right now. Even though everything is finalized, if you will, there's some tweaks that can still be made by Paul, just because we don't have any wood in there yet or any structure yet.
The beauty of a custom build and the difficulty of a custom build all at the same time. So
Yep.
You know, we're looking at some landscape ideas. We've got some fun things to show and share with you, coming up with our plans with that. Obviously, that won't be this season, but coming for the next season. And got to see the cabinet design, so that's really kind of fun. Really starting to visualize what things are coming together. We happened to be in the store yesterday and found some doors that we really fell in love with, and so we're starting to really see these pieces that we've been dreaming about for a long time come in. So we're excited to share that with you, and excited to finish off the porch. And by golly, I'm getting a pumpkin out here to decorate this bad boy before fall is over. So that will be coming in one of our upcoming From the Front Porch talks as well.
Yep. So appreciate everyone continuing to follow along as you have been. I'm trying to get these episodes out as fast as I can, but there's a whole lot of stuff going on all over the place, and obviously I have another channel and we have a business to run too, so there's
just a few things
going on. But want to thank you so much for watching. We'll get another episode out fairly soon, hopefully once the interior starts, because I want to really follow along with that part.
Yes. Thanks everybody. We'll see you in the next one.